Yeah.
Hi, friends. And we're officially live, and it is Wednesday, and you are here with me, so it must be Wednesdays with Whitney. And I am here to introduce the woman that needs no introduction. If you follow me at all, you've obviously met, seen, been around Miss Emily Steele, who today we're focusing on her role as FemCity President. Mm-hmm. So, Miss Emily.
Yeah, I think we did this a year ago, which is kind of cool to think about.
Did we?
Talking about
Okay.
FemCity, so it's cool to talk about it again, but different context.
Exactly. And all of you probably know that FemCity is hugely dear to my heart. And that's actually how I met Emily. Mm-hmm. And we didn't even meet, I would say, for the first couple months because there's just so many amazing women there. And then that's when you come on my show, a lot of times you'll see like, oh, we met through FemCity. It is just like the connecting point. So tell us a little bit about how FemCity started, where you came in. What is FemCity for those of you who don't know?
Yeah, so FemCity actually came to Des Moines years ago as Femme Professional. So some of you may have heard of that from the beginning, but it was started by a gal named Abby Ryland. She owns CrossFit 8035, and just over time ended up passing on the baton to myself, and I got the opportunity to come on as president. We're one of like 100 chapters or hubs across the country, which is, just to put it in context, we're one of many. But the idea is to really connect positive women in business. And when I started, actually it was November of 2 years ago.
Gosh.
It was just kind of like, oh, this seems like a cool way to like meet new women. And like, I was really curious about a business community, but I wasn't, like, I'm not super into networking in a way that's like, here's my business card, call me. Like, I wanted to meet like real women with real stories. And so anyway, I was like, maybe I'll just create this like little group of people. And then we kicked off in January, and like 50 people showed up, and I was like, okay, I think people want this.
So this is not a little group. So I think the Facebook community is almost at 2,000 people now. Is that correct?
Yeah, we have 500 plus members, I think, at this point. Of
business members.
No, business members is like 200.
Oh, okay, so it's community members. Sorry,
Yeah.
I don't know the stats.
But community it's awesome though. I think the business membership is paid, the community is free, which means like anyone has access to be a part of the community. Over half of our events are free because we want this to be an accessible community for anyone in business. So that's kind of like the high level of what FemCity is.
And I love going to the events because I see so many faces of people that I've known for about 2 years now. Yeah. But then I keep meeting new people all the time. And I think that community of where we all show up, and it's very friendship based, and you come with who you are. Like, your business is obviously a part of it. And for all of us that own businesses, we know that like it's just a limb, or like maybe 5 limbs depending on how many limbs you need to hold your business given the day.
Yeah.
But FemCity's been my touch point. So what are we specifically here to talk about today?
So we're talking about an event that's coming up next Monday, the 12th. And thank you for letting me talk about it.
Yeah,
it's so exciting and really near and dear to my heart. And so I just would love to share what it is and why it's happening, because I think a lot of the people who watch this, who are in our friendship circle and a little bit beyond, really care about community investment and helping people at the local level succeed. So I'll just share a little bit of the why, the how. And
first of all, it's called
Flourish, Fund Ideas That Matter. So yes, that's an important part of it.
We'll start there, and then it's next Monday at
November 12 at 6 p.m.
What
at
location?
The hall.
At the hall. Okay, so like we're gonna say that like a few more times,
yes.
but
we'll reinforce it. Okay, so years ago, as young Emily, I was like convinced I'd be doing nonprofit work forever. Loved the nonprofit field, still do, and I was doing neighborhood revitalization work on 3 Eastside neighborhoods, building a multi-million-dollar neighborhood revitalization campaign, and really trying to think of ideas that were innovative, that would get people excited about investing and transforming their neighborhoods while being really inclusive and also really understanding the needs and desires of residents in those neighborhoods. And so I spent a lot of time on Twitter and in these like blog groups and LinkedIn groups of just trying to see what other cities and other communities, neighborhoods were doing across the country. So I was just brimming with ideas. And one of the ideas that really stuck out to me was this thing called soup. And soup is something that started in Detroit, which I'm really want to go to Detroit. Road trip.
Let's
if
do
anyone
it.
wants to go. I mean,
Yeah.
we got my
We can get a van, though.
Bring y'all. But Detroit's doing amazing things. So they're always a great source of inspiration for community grassroots stuff. And the soup night is essentially, I think they do it once a month. You come, you have a cup of soup, you pay like $5 to $10 or donation at will. Whatever it's called, and you do, and basically 3 people pitch their ideas of how they want to transform the community, and the winner, gets the highest votes, leaves with all of the cash. Really, really simple in nature, and this was something I was like, that's really cool. Like, I don't know if like we're quite ready to do that in the neighborhoods, but I just always kind of stuck with me. And as you know, some of you know, I left nonprofit work, went to the startup community. Now we own a business together.
Now we are the startup community of 2. Just between the 2 of us.
And some contractors. But this idea was still, I just held on to it for a long time, so I was like, so cool and innovative, and love grassroots. It's very what FemCity is about, is meeting people where they're at in the beginning of their business journey, etc. So all this time we're meeting people in FemCity who have these just like amazing ideas. Yeah. And they're like ready to take their business to the next level, but just need like a couple $1,000s extra cash or something to get them like the boost they need. And so the soup idea just like popped in my head one day I think at one of our board meetings or something like that. And I'm like, what if we did this for women who want to either launch their business or like take it to the next level, who have kind of the LLC created but need that like final like push to get them there. So Flourish, Fund Ideas That Matter, really came into existence.
And I mean, this idea has been percolating in the FemCity community since I would say, so we started hearing about it in May of this year. And so, and what I've seen just from all of the marketing and, my social feeds are flooded with FemCity members, but this has been such a community effort. Like you got a committee behind you that's completely like owned this event and really talked like, just the ownership that I've seen from our FemCity women, which is no shock whatsoever, of lifting each other up and knowing what that couple extra, I mean, I don't know what the projected number that the take home will be for the winner, but just even an extra $1,000, like that's a promotional video for your business that you didn't have before that can get your message out. And sometimes it's those little things that like, gosh, that would be so great.
We have like a lot of ideas. We were like, we probably can't submit, right? Like, if you're gonna have the idea, you probably can't submit ideas for it. So maybe I'll just make my own. Whatever it is.
Next time we'll do our own.
Flourish event.
Flourish for Emily. Dear Lord. Anyway, next year. Who knows what could happen? But I think that that's something that Emily and I talk about frequently because our business, brand launch is so much about how can we develop community with our businesses that are our clients in mind, but also like we have, the list of ideas that we want to do with Des Moines is endless. And we frequently are like, well, if we just had like this little infusion and how we all do it and how I've done it, how Emily's done it is we use the cash that our businesses make to help grow our businesses. But sometimes it's hard to take that money out of the business for something new or something bigger. So that infusion that FemCity is helping support is incredible. So 3 finalists, right? Okay.
Yeah. We have 3 finalists.
And how did that application process work? Like how did that go?
So we put out applications. We used a variety of media sources and just social media and had our, everyone was spreading the word about it. And essentially this application process was open for a few months, and then we had a committee outside of FemCity, would not know these women or be involved in any of our activities, reviewed all of these applications and came up with 3 ideas that we really think the community could get behind. I think that's important to note. Like, we had 25 plus submissions. That's like amazing that so many women and female business owners are willing to put their ideas out there. I think that was huge for a lot of people to, like, that takes some vulnerability for some people to say, like, here's my big idea, like, what do you think? So found that, like, incredible. And second, there's just all of these ideas that are worth contributing to in the community. And what I think makes Flourish really fun and different is that these are ideas that really matter. So I love talking about Tiny Acres Farms, who we know Stacy is. She, she did a Kickstarter maybe a year or so ago, maybe longer. She was converting an old food truck into a flower truck. That's something, like, if you see that flower truck driving around our community,
so happy.
like, that adds, like, just a little bit to our community to make it a better place to live, work, and play.
Yep.
And so we're looking for those ideas that people can really get behind. They're like, oh my gosh, like I want to put money towards this. Yeah. And these are people coming to the event that, like we talk about, we'll have a foundation someday, don't worry. But like writing a check for $15,000 is something like goals, right? Like, but we also recognize that that's not accessible for the majority of people in our community. So again, it gets back to that grassroots. Like if we get 200 people to fill up a room at the hall and they're all paying $15, that's still going to make a significant impact, but it's just a different way of investing in local business. We have like Invest in She, which is an awesome opportunity for business owners. This just takes it to a different level. It's not good or bad, right or wrong. It's just a different way to invest. So yes, so we have 3 finalists that have been narrowed down from this amazing application process and our incredible committee, and they get to pitch their idea to all of our attendees.
And we will tag them so you can research them and their businesses and find out a little bit more about them. But I think the most important thing to know, and I love this question, is who can attend? Because FemCity is a female organization, but this event is everyone. Bring your kids, bring your spouses, bring your friends, bring anybody and everybody. Like this is truly, I hear so many guys be like, how can I get involved? Yeah. This is how you can get involved. Come and drink beer at the hall.
You get a free beer with your ticket.
You get a free beer?
It's complimentary beer. We just were like perks. Yeah, we love it.
Didn't even know that. So, I mean, there's something for everyone. Yeah, there's ideas and there's beer. And the hall is just great.
And Creme is providing desserts. So there's
that there literally is something for everyone.
Yeah, so that's good.
That's really exciting. So, and I think the other thing that I love is that our sponsors, are the sponsors for Flourish, like, just their commitment to making this happen. So we're going to tag them as well, because the sponsors, I mean, I have just been watching this happen. I've had nothing to do with this, but I've just been watching it unfold and seeing all of the incredible support from these women that I know and love. So we'll give them a little love too. But if you don't already have plans, and if you do, just cancel them. November 12th. Yeah, I know. I'm going to be out of town. Like, this is terrible timing. This is my way of showing up. Yeah. But November 12th, 6 p.m. at the hall. Bring everyone you know. Yeah. It's $15 and a free beer, and there is going to be one woman walking away that night that is going to have her idea that matters funded.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's so fun. Thank you so much for watching and for considering. And if you can't come, but you're like, this is awesome, just donate like $15. Pretend you're there.
I'm buying a ticket.
Yeah.
Even though I'm not going. It's okay. But I'm buying a ticket because I want that woman to walk away with that. And I might just have somebody video it for me so I can wave. Do my double-handed wave, which I guess is a thing I do.
That's how you usually start.
I know, I missed it.
You did.
I didn't even think about it.
You can do it. Goodbye.
Okay. Should we goodbye?
Should we goodbye?
Bye. See you next week.